The universe, guys. We need to talk about the universe. I mean, look at it. That's the Milky Way, that's us. Now, the universe first started with a bunch of dots with protons coming together and neutrons, and then electrons circling the protons and neutrons to form the nucleus. Now, the sun, let's take a snapshot of the sun. Let's step back a little bit, look at the Milky Way again. All right. Now, I'm going to have to break this down into some equations. It may get a little complicated, but the more that we proceed, the easier it's going to be. So, back to the protons and neutrons. You take the electron, you weigh the mass, you put it on the scale, and then you get this energy. Alpha and lambda, they come together and form me. That's us as human beings, and it forms the triforce, the trinity of mankind and womankind. And then we turn the radio frequency to 101, K101, rock K101, and then we take the neutron out of the equation now. We remove the electron, and what do you have? You have the proton. And then you take the periodic table, and it just shatters. It just goes away. And all you need is hydrogen that forms the sun. But then it grows dark and cold and mass, and then it just becomes a proton again. And then we take that, we bring it to the Milky Way, to the sun, we blow up the sun, and then we go back to the Earth, and then we go back to and then we go to the DNA, and then to the bowl of ramen, and then we talk about man and women. And then it all goes back to the proton, guys, and then we just zoom out. We zoom out, and then another proton, and then it goes away. And then it goes away, and then we disappear. And there's no universe at all at this point. What? Yep, the universe is gone. And then what do you have? You have nothing. Therein lies the riddle. Now let's take a graph. No, that's a picture of the chalkboard again, showing the equation for the universe. Now, you take the equation, and then you take some bubbles, and then you look at the bubbles and look at the equation, like, how do these connect? Oh, it's in the axis here. And then you take the Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo Sistine Chapel between God and man. You connect the fingers, and you need to jumping jacks and look at the telescopes and plants and life. And that's what you do. And then you get all the matrix numbers, and yes, you take the matrix, you put it all together, and you unplug from the real world. So there's a defector, the number 2. You got to fine-tune the universe for life. All right? This isn't K101 anymore. You got to fine-tune it. You got to turn the radio dial to the right frequency to get the right universe here. So if we just take a step back and look at the marbles from Sonic the Hedgehog, and we look at all the different multiverses, we're just a pebble in the ocean of a sea of multiverses, and we keep zooming out. And as you can see, we're the only blue one. There's a lot of other ones that are black that we don't know anything about. And there's dark matter in there, and space, and then we're just the fabric of the universe. I'd like to thank all of you. Thank you. Capo Jabba out. And that is the universe.